Hola, this is Alex. Welcome back to my channel. I've come to the beach today, so I thought I'd try and do the video. I don't know if it's going to be successful with the sound of the sea and everything in the background, but the beach is actually about 15-20 minute drive away and I don't have a car. So when my neighbour said she was coming to have a haircut today, she's trying to look at the house, going to blow it off. She asked if I wanted just to have a lift, so I've come down just for a few hours to sit on the beach, and it's lovely. It's cooled down a lot. It's been 45 degrees the last couple of weeks, and yesterday I think it was about 36. Makes a huge difference. It's still really, really hot, but it's bearable. You can sit in it. Well, no, you can't sit in even that, but you don't have to have the air conditioning on for so long. Anyway, so this is just going to be my my weekly update. It's the third week on Wegovy. I took my fourth injection yesterday, so this is a recap of what happened in my third week. As you know, my week last week was a hard week for me. This week has been a lot better. Just everything lifted the day after the anniversary of my brother's death, and I've been feeling a lot better. Still a weak, but as far as my weight loss and everything goes, it's been a lot better. So I weighed this morning and I was 260 pounds. So that's 4 pounds lost for the week. Altogether, that's 11 pounds for the 3 weeks. It's good. I mean, I was hoping for more, but we're never happy with the weight loss. I think before I started it, they did say that you could expect 5 to 10% weight loss in your first month. And with my weight, that would be like a stone, or between a stone and 2 stones. So that's like 14 pounds to 28 pounds, 30 pounds. So if I suppose I'm on track for that, really, the lower end of it maybe. So if I lose the same this week as I did last week, then that'll be sort of 15 pounds I've lost. So it's not too bad, and you know, I'll take it. It's weight lost, obviously. And then about this week, everything's been a lot better. I still getting the food noise, which is a bit surprising. I think I'm not getting as much as I used to. Obviously, it's not nearly as bad, and I'm not wanting to eat as much when I do eat, but there is still that niggle, especially in the evening. I'm starting thinking, I'm a little bit hungry now, and I don't know whether or not I should eat or whether I should leave it, because there's this balance to be struck between eating enough, because they say, you know, one of the worst things that you can do is not eat enough, and also the whole point of this is to suppress your appetite. So are you supposed to eat 3 meals a day? I never used to. And if I ever wanted to lose weight without these drugs, if I ever wanted to lose weight, I couldn't eat more than twice a day. I could, that third, even if it was just something really small, that third, eating 3 times a day was just too much. That would be how I maintained. Even when I was eating good food. So I don't know where the balance is to be struck. Do I try and have the 3 meals? They're only small meals. I have 3 small meals a day, or what? So that's one of the things I'm trying to determine at the moment. Interestingly, I mentioned that a friend of mine was starting on with Mounjaro a week after me. So she's just finished her 2nd week, and her food noise is just about gone. So it's really hard to know whether or not that is the difference between me and her, or if it's the difference between Wegovy and Mounjaro. I know that Mounjaro from what I gather, it includes 2 forms of GL drugs, two forms, whereas Wegovy is 1. I've heard that the results are the same, or just about the same, but is that one of the benefits it has over Wegovy, that the food noise goes quicker, or that I don't know. So that's, again, I think I might actually look into that, see what I can find out about that. And then the other difference that I think I haven't touched on yet is the difference in price. So I never mentioned, in my first video, I never mentioned how much I paid. So I'm in Spain. To get the prescription from a doctor, because you can only get it with a prescription, it was 39 euros. That was for a consultation and then for the issuance of a prescription, which then you take to the local pharmacy and they fill for you. So 39 euros is every month. Every month, then I have another consultation, and we review where I've been and what if I've had any side effects, if I've had any weight loss, and then we determine what's going to happen next. And I presume if everything's fine, we just go on to the next level. That's what I'm expecting. And then you go to the chemist, and for the first 0.25 milligrams, micrograms, whatever it is, of Wegovy, it was 179.88, I think, 180 euros, which I think in pounds at the moment is about 160 pounds. Now, I never knew it went up after that. I thought that was what I paid. But of course, I suppose it makes sense that, if you're getting a higher dosage, there's going to be more in it, so it's going to cost more. But apparently it does go up. Mounjaro for the same level for the first dose is, I think, about 207, over 200 euros anyway. So it's 20 odd euros more, nearly 30 euros more. I've looked into it going up, and what I've discovered is that in Spain, the Wegovy for the first 3 doses, so 0.25, 0.5 and 0.75, I think those are them. Anyway, for the first 3, it's exactly the same. It remains at 180. But the Mounjaro, and then it goes up. I think then after that, the 4th level, it goes up to something like 233, and then for the highest level, which I think on Wegovy is 2.5, 2.4, 2.5, and that is I think it's about 282. So it goes up basically 100 euros eventually. The difference in the swing in the price is 100 euros. But the Mounjaro in Spain, it's, as I say, it started about 207, 210, something. I forget. I should have written it down. But then it goes up every single time. So you don't have 3 doses at the same level, same cost, which is what we do with Wegovy. It goes up every single time until in the end, when you're on the maintained dose, the maintenance dose, I think it's like 300 or 400 euros. It's a lot of money. And that's in Spain. Now, I know it's a lot more expensive in America. I hear that it's, you can pay $1,000 a month, something ridiculous like that. In Britain, it was less. It was, I think people were paying about £120, which is about 130 euros, I think. But now, of course, this week there's been this huge big stink because they're about to put all the costs up to bring them, they say, to bring them in line with European prices, I think. So I presume they'll be paying the same amount as I pay. But I don't know why we're surprised, really. They're the ultimate pharmaceutical companies. They're the ultimate drug dealers. They get you hooked on this thing that you're completely reliant on. They sell the dream, and then they charge you more every time. And where's it going to end? It's just going to go up and up and up. So at the moment, even now, I'm kind of thinking, well, I can't see me ever being able to come off it, because it's just going back to the way it was before, and the weight will go off. And that's what happens with everybody. The weight goes on, or most people. I think the weight just piles on and on. So it's just another form of yo-yo dieting. I can't see a time at the moment, only 3 weeks in, when I would be comfortable enough to come off it. But we'll see. Maybe it will rewire me, or maybe. I've also heard that people don't go right the way up to the highest level. They find a balance in between, and they maintain at half the dose, or the mid range. So we'll see that. But at the moment, I can't imagine a time when I would be happy to come off it. But we'll see. My friend, her weight loss is actually, it was just funny because her weight, when she weighed the first morning, she was exactly the same weight as me, 271 pounds. And she lost the same as me the first week. Now she's in the second week, and she's lost a couple of pounds. She lost 2 pounds the second week. I lost nothing the second week. But I lost 4 pounds the third week. So I think, it's pretty balanced. It is really interesting because we both have the same kind of lifestyle in a way. We both live in Spain. Neither of us have a going out to work every day. That we don't have that kind of thing. She has a family, whereas I don't have a family. So there are obviously differences as well. But we're as close as we're as similar as you can be doing the same, taking the same journey, and just as I say, this week apart. So it's gonna be so interesting to compare. And I can't tell you how much it means to have her as a support as well. To have somebody, this is brilliant. This is it's like journaling. This is helping me a lot. But also to have an actual person that is going through exactly the same thing, is invaluable. I really do. I am so grateful for it, and it was just a fluke thing that we both found out at the same time that we were doing the same thing. So if she's watching, which I know she is, I love you. Thank you. And that's it. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about this week. It's been good. It's been positive. I find I'm getting into a little bit of a groove. We still have things to find out. I can't wait for my dose to go up. I'd be really interested to see what difference that makes. Because I don't think it means that you lose more weight. I just think, I don't know. I've been really careful not to watch too many videos. I've watched a few, as I said before, but I don't want it to taint me too much. So I'm learning, I want to learn as I go along. Yeah, so that's it for this week. So I'm going to go and have a little sunbathe now. I'm going back to the UK in a couple of weeks, so it'd be quite good to have a bit of bit more of a tan, just because you want people to go, oh, you live in Spain, look at you, so lucky. It doesn't work if you're lily white. So I'm going to get a bit more of a tan, have a bit of a dip in the ocean. It's starting to build up a little bit now. I live in a very traditional part of Spain. I'll be on this beach later, and it'll be absolutely packed, and I'll probably be the only Brit here. Lots of Spanish families, and it's lovely here. It really is. So that's me. That's the sea behind me. I hope you can hear me over it, and have a lovely day. I'll speak to you next week.